Welcome back to Triple Alpha Sports Talk. I'm Josh. I have no clue how to do this. Last time it was reversed. It looks like I'm pointing the other way on my screen, but am I pointing at you guys?
Yeah. Pointing at me.
See, on my screen, I'm pointing to the other side of you guys are over here. Triple Alpha Sports Talk. I'm Josh. Bryce is somewhere over here, and Roy's somewhere over here. 143. Yep, 143. We are going to jump into MLB standings. We're going to go boom three briefly, and then we're going to rip into trade deadline talks. I'll go first. The Tampa Bay Rays lead the AL East 68 and 49. Yankees 4.5 back, 64 and 51. Boston only one back of the Yankees, 62 and 51. Baltimore 56 and 59, and Toronto 54 and 62. In the Central, the White Sox 59 and 54. 3.5 back is Cleveland, 57 59. Minnesota 56 and 59. Tigers 56 and 59. Damn, a lot of 59s there. And then the Royals 48 and 67. And then out west, Houston is now in the lead. I don't believe they were the last time we did this. Houston 56 and 57. Texas
Josh's team.
57 and 58. What's up?
I said Houston's your team.
Oh, I think you said. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, you're
Absolutely.
a Cowboys Astros fan, aren't you?
Wow, no, that would be illegal. I think. Seattle 56 and 60. Athletics, man, 45 and 70. They have fallen off a cliff, man. And the Angels only one worse, 44 and 70. Out east, the Atlanta Braves 69 and 45. Philly 62 and 54. They're 8 back. Miami 58 and 57. Washington 56 and 61, and the Mets 50 and 66. In the Central, Brewers 5.5 game lead, 72 and 43, the best record in the sport. 5.5 back, Chicago 67-49. Cardinals in third, 57 and 58. The Reds 56 and 58, and the Pirates 57 and 60. And then out west, the Dodgers 69 and 46, losers of 6 straight, by the way. Diamondbacks 61 and 54. Padres 59 and 56. Giants 48 and 67. Damn. And the Rockies 45 and 70. We go over the standings pretty often, but is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Nah, I mean, nothing's really changed over this. I mean, the same teams are still near the top. American League still sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
you're pretty much what you're seeing is here. We're in August. Teams are starting to, other than like the AL Central, AL West. There's uh, every other division's got about 2 teams in it that are sticking in it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the AL East has got 3, but that's about it. The rest of them are just kind of, it's the back of the pack. The trade deadline kind of got the teams who were just getting rid of things, and that now you're just seeing the top 2 teams from each division kind of pull away, do what they're doing, and we're getting to the just to try to keep everybody healthy and get to the end of the season.
Yeah, I think the only real true movement has been Boston. Honestly,
That's been
I shouldn't
Boston's
just
been
say,
going on for about a month now, so it's
yeah,
not like
but they're just rolling. I mean, they're like what 30 and 4 in their last.
that. But you're talking about in July they only lost they only lost 4 games, and
Yeah,
in June they only lost 10. I mean they've been going on this run.
they haven't lost in July
Yeah, you mean August?
or August. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Um.
you're talking about they've been on this run since about June, beginning of June. So
Yeah.
they kind of once they fired Joey Cora and got things figured out. Some players got hurt that probably those younger guys. Things are just kind of rolling for them.
Yeah. Arizona. I didn't really know until I looked at this stat that they were 7 games over 500 now, and they're in a wild card spot over San
Hmm.
Diego, and San Diego's played well. So I'll give Arizona. They've also moved. Those would be the 2 teams. The Red Sox and the Diamondbacks have really started to march their way on to find a postseason spot. But other than that, I think we're just going to rip right into the trade deadline. Do you guys want to go through every trade, or not? I mean, not every
Every
single
trade.
trade, but like the big ones, or do you just want to go to
I
what
mean,
is
was there
our
really any
game?
huge trades? Other than Scooble, was there really any? To me, there weren't a lot of huge names. moved.
No, I mean a lot of the names we thought. I'm trying to think if there's any.
There's just teams that improved.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, Scooble helps the Dodgers. I thought, I mean, the Cubs did a good job getting their pitching, what they needed. Uh, they did a good
Yeah.
job. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
They
not a
they they
Gosman
pushed.
fan, but I think you at least you got somebody who can eat some innings.
Yeah, they
Um,
really pushed their cards into the table because they dealt some decent prospects for the guys they got. I know the guy they got from uh, the Mets or in the Holmes trade. I know that guy's top 100. And then what was the other? Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, giving up Ballesteros to the Angels was also a.
because you don't really see catchers that hit the way that Steros does. Now, I think
Yeah, I
he'll
agree.
be a DH his entire career because he's so fat. But
Hey, he
again,
threw out a runner tonight.
hey,
Uh,
Perez he did it for all those
he
years.
threw out a runner from his knees tonight. Ballesteros did. Saw it.
Ballesteros is bigger than Perez ever was. That boy is a butterball. It's like Danny Burgers in a freaking catcher
Yeah.
uniform. But in the
I would
Cubs,
say.
okay,
Oh, go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead,
was
Rex.
gonna say in the Cubs prospect list, half of them are blocked. Besides Ballesteros, that's the only reason I did not like him leaving instead of somebody else. We have so many outfielders; it's unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I liked all the moves they made. Really. I mean, sure. Do I think they should have given it Ballesteros for that guy? I don't know that guy, so
Well,
maybe
he's
not.
been
But like,
on fire since he came to the Cubs.
what has been
It's
two
already
days?
3 games.
But I mean, it's not like Ballesteros is a generational hitter, yet.
Could be.
But no, I like their moves. I think the only trade I don't think we talked about it. I hated the Tyreek School trade. We're not the only ones that hate it. Everyone hates it. They didn't get anything back. Um,
I
was
don't
the
care
Adley
about it.
Rushman trade? Hey, buddy.
I don't.
Adley Rushman.
My thing about school is you get what you get. I mean, you don't know what these prospects are. That's my whole thing is why hold on to prospects that you don't know if they can perform.
Yeah,
Yeah, just because they're in the top 100, you miss out on the top 100 miss outs. There's a stat that says only like 10% of those actually turn out to be anything, or 20%, something like that. It's not very high. So just whatever they gave him, who gives a shit? They weren't going to sign him. They had to get something back for him. So
oh,
and the
I agree.
Dodgers,
I agree. They should have moved
uh,
him. At least they
uh,
got something.
I don't care what they got for him, and I don't care the Dodgers got him because I mean the Dodgers are completely still injured. Got everybody's injured, so will they be healthy by the time they get to postseason? I don't know, and that's I don't think they'll perform if they're the way they usually do because they are hurt.
I mean, they're always hurt. They just all come back right. They all come back right at the end of the season. Like
Yeah, but I mean
Glasnow. I
you
don't know if
can't continue
Glasnow's
to do
pitched
this.
50 innings as a Dodger yet. I really don't. But he's got 40 playoff innings in 2 years. Like, he doesn't pitch other than the playoffs. Same thing with Snell. Snell hasn't pitched since his first 3 months there. But we'll see.
You can't
But
continue to
no,
do that.
I know it. They have so much depth because they can go and get so many different players. But really, the only trade, personally, I thought all deadline was a true shocker. And it wasn't the player they got, it's what they gave up, was the Red Sox getting Adley Rutschman. That was really the true shocker for me for the entire deadline. I know Roy doesn't care about prospects, but I mean they gave up an absolute haul for him. And I'm gonna be honest, I wanted the Yankees to get Adley Rutschman. He's an average hitter. He is not an above average hitter in Major League Baseball. Good defender, and I understand catching that is valuable. But what they got back, I mean, it was a no brainer for Baltimore. So I really truly think Baltimore's close to blowing it up. Like Gunner's gone, Jackson Holliday's going to be gone. Now I'm not saying within the next calendar year, but like with that kind of trade where they can get that many prospects at the same age, they're gonna blow it up.
See, I was glad that the Yankees didn't get him because he's had wrist injury all year, and that's bothered him. And then wrist injuries don't just go away. I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking months and months of rehab because it's just because you use it so much. So
yeah.
whatever they gave him, again, I don't care about prospects. So if that's who the Dodgers or the Red Sox needed, I hope he uh, falls on his face because he's a Red Sox, I don't give a shit about the Red Sox. But I think he won't. I don't think he won't be much. But whatever they gave him, like I said, whatever anybody wants to give up, it's how you value your players. And the Red Sox must not value those prospects as much as they thought to bring them up. And they got a lot of young guys in their team anyway. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we really need to go over all the deadlines. We can go over the ones that were in our game. I'll go over the ones we got correct. Bryce wasn't here last week, so he wasn't in it. Roy, I did edge you out.
I saw that
the game. Yeah. And honestly, you had more. Let me see. I think you had more correct. 1, 2, 3.
But you missed one.
5.
Luis Castillo, you gave yourself a yellow. He's a White Sox. It's a green.
Oh, wow. I was right. You're right. It was green. Well, it didn't matter. Okay, so I got 37. You're right. I did miss that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I was right before I just changed Luis Castillo. You had more correct than me. We actually tied. I just got more yellows than you did. That was the.
Well, I didn't have a lot of people moving because I didn't really think this was going to be much of a trade line, and I don't really think it did. Teams that I thought that should have sold, they didn't sell. I mean, I really thought the Twins might do a little more. Teams that should have probably. Giants I thought would do a little more. I really thought the Royals might do a little more. I thought teams like that might do more, and they just didn't.
Royals didn't do anything. I don't even know if they made one trade. Well, they got rid of Lane Thomas. Okay, but
yeah, I mean, the couple guys to the Braves, but teams just didn't do anything. I mean, there's a lot of teams that just said, you know what, we're going to stick with this team. I think a lot of people, because I think a lot of people are afraid about this CBA.
I do too.
I think everybody's afraid about what's going to happen. It's not that much that there's not going to be a season. Everybody's kind of thinking that's what's going to happen. I think what the problem is, they're wondering what's it going to look like after when they do bring it back. Are they going to? I mean, the money. Everybody's talking. They're talking about salary caps. They're talking about all these different things. Having at least a floor and a ceiling and all that. And where would that? Do you grandfather people in? Do you get punished? How are you going to get punished for things? There's so much up in the air, and I think a lot of owners were like, you know what? We ride it the way we want to ride it. Yeah. Do I agree with it? No, because I don't give a shit about money and how all these billionaires keep continuing making money off of all these, and all these teams like Minnesota who get all this money from all the teams that do make money and then don't do anything with it. So fuck them. I don't give a shit about that stuff.
Yeah. Were there any teams that you guys thought had good deadlines? Yeah.
Actually, it's hard for me to say whether I think the Mets had a good deadline or not. I know that they did sell, but I just don't think they got the return that they should have gotten off of anything. Did they get anybody worth mentioning off of everything that they sold?
Oh, they all got prospects. Like, you just
That's
have
all
to
they got.
See if they figure out. Hey, we'll see if they pan out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Of the people the Mets gave up, none of those players were gonna bring a top 50 guy. Like, none of them were that good. The only thing they truly sold of talent was bullpen. Yogi, stop that. And
we're going to sell more than what they did. I thought you would see a couple of their high-paid stars leave.
They're trying to. The thing about the Mets and the Yankees would be in the same boat, and the Dodgers would be in the same boat, and the Padres because they're a general manager. But Yankees, Dodgers, and Mets all fall into the category. They can just buy a hole if they need it. Like, if they truly need it, they can buy it in free agency. So the Mets aren't going to trade Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor, when if they trade 2 or 3 holes, they'll just go and buy those 3 or 4 holes. We saw them do it this year. They don't need Bo Bichette in that lineup, but they needed a shortstop, or actually a third baseman, technically. So they just went and bought one. They paid over market for it. So I don't think those teams are ever going to, fire sale when if they just move 1 or 2 pieces and then they buy the holes, they still have Juan Soto and Frankie Lindor in there.
No, I see what Bryce is saying. I thought the Mets would do more too, but I don't think they would sell like Lindor and some of those. I think they would like to get rid of some of those guys. The problem is, I think they're asking. What I was reading, their asking price for anybody was ridiculous. They were trying to get these prospects because they know they had their. What they're trying to do is like you said, they're going to buy players, but then they're going to use some of these prospects to get go out and get like whoever they need
Yeah.
later. So that's their problem. The Mets, I mean, but the Mets is a dysfunctional organization that don't know how to do anything. So did they have a good deadline? No, I mean they got prospects. Who gives a crap? I thought the Cubs. I thought the Cubs did a good job. I thought the Rays did a good job, which sucks. I thought the Rays actually did a good job. They got a hitter. They got pitching. They got just. They don't do anything big. They just got things that help them better. And they're already a good team. And I actually thought Pittsburgh did a decent job. They needed bullpen help, and if they can get their stars to actually start hitting and doing things, I thought they did a good job. But I mean, I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but I thought they did actually an underlining decent job.
Yeah, I thought San Diego did good. They got two deep, solid starters, Robbie Ray and Casey Mize. They're down late, and they didn't deal anything from their pen. So they have a really good pitching staff. If those bats can just wake up, I like the Phillies deadline as well. Adding the Rise into that lineup, it's already paid dividends, but still, just a contact hitter in a power lineup. Wish the Yankees would have done something like that.
Would have been nice.
I like the Cubs. They got two starters. Gosman's the question mark. If Gosman's good, I really like it. Because Clay Holmes, I think, is solid, but Clay Holmes is never going to be like a ace. But I do like his fit in Chicago with the defense behind him on a ground ball pitcher. But I think Gosman's been so good, but this year he hasn't been great. So getting back in a winning environment in Chicago, pitcher-friendly, defensive team, let's see if it helps him. Because he's got a nasty quarter when he's on.
He's been talking shit about his previous team. I don't know if you've seen his interviews. He's like, I'm glad to be at an organization that wins. Like, there's good fans here. I saw people on Twitter he came from the Rays, right?
No, it came from the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. Yeah, I was get those two teams confused. He said, a Blue Jays fan was like, I love Kevin Gausman, but at some point you have to stop trashing us. Like, I get we were losing, but come on.
Well, that's kind of crazy because they were 2 outs away from a World Series.
Yeah.
And one of the worst hitters on the planet hit a home run.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think. You know who I really thought the losers of the deadline were? The Brewers and the Twins. And the Twins aren't losers because they bought. It's because they didn't sell anything. The Twins had good pieces. The Twins last year did the biggest fire sale in MLB history. They traded like 14 guys out of 26 on the roster. And then this year they go, oh, we're buyers. And they're 4 games under 500 and haven't won since 2 days before the deadline. Makes it just some of those teams in the Central, man, are the worst ran organizations I've ever seen. And for the Brewers, they had a chance to go get Tyreek Skubal. If you pair Tyreek Skubal and Jacob Mizorowski together, you have a chance to beat any team the entire way. Any team.
They also could have brought Freddie Peralta back.
It could have. You're right. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think Freddie Peralta sucks now. His metrics are
but
awful.
You never know coming back to your home team.
I agree. No, I agree. I thought they were going to.
I think he'll do fine in the Rays because the Rays have a way to turn pitchers around. So,
but they have a chance to go get Skubal. They have a chance to go get Freddie Peralta. They have a chance to go get a lot. They have a lot of good prospects, and they weren't going to have we're not going to have to give up the number one prospect in the sport, Luis Mate, to go get Tyreek Skubal. Obviously, we saw the return. It was 1 top 100 prospect, 2 if you count a 28-year-old rookie, which I don't.
Well, the issue with that, and this is what pissed me off about the trade, is that you're only getting them as a rental. So are you willing to give up whatever the Dodgers gave up, match it, just for him to go to the Dodgers at the end of the season? Because you already said you're going to sign that.
And I see that point. But if you're only giving up like one true 100 prospect, and it's not the number one prospect in the sport, and it's a number 50 guy, tell me a better chance the Brewers have. Jacob Mizorowski is a top 3 pitcher in this sport. Dominant. I mean, absolutely dominant. Tyreek Skubal is a top 5. However you want to put him in order.
Are you sure that the Tigers were not asking for that top prospect? Because what I read that they were asking for the Yankees to get him, and what some other teams were what Detroit was asking was way more than what the Dodgers we're
So
giving
the
him get.
Dodgers have had 4 outfielders in the top 100. They have a number 4, 5. I don't know what. He's in the top 7.
Yeah, I know.
They have a number 10, and they have like a 32 and a 50, something like that. They didn't ask for the number 1. Jose DePaul.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying for the Yankees, they asked for Lombard. They asked for our top players. Do you not sure that? Do you sure you not? They didn't ask that for the Brewers, and then they went to the Dodgers and said, "Hey, you know what? We want this guy, this guy, this guy," and Dodgers like, okay.
Well,
I mean, this is who they asked for.
There's no way that the Brewers would go to the Tigers and they would say, "We want Skubal," and they go, "We want your number 1 prospect," and then the Brewers go, "Well, we're not doing that," and then they hang up the phone when they just called the Dodgers and they didn't get either of their top 3 prospects.
Well, I mean, how do you know what they asked for? Because that's the question. Because that was whatever I keep reading is, how do you know what they could have said? Hey, we want our number 2 prospect or whatever. I don't know. I just know
the
what
Brewers could have gave the number 2. He's
well,
like around the
that,
same spot as the other guy.
I don't know. You know, the Brewers are in a situation where they just maybe, like you said, it's a rental. I mean, from what they asked for the Yankees, I'm just going. I know what they asked for the Yankees.
Yeah,
they asked for Lombard, Spencer, Jones, and we said no, and they wouldn't even give us a second offer. So and then they went to the Dodgers and got this shitty ass offer. So where was the disconnect? So I don't,
yeah,
I just don't know what the Dodgers were or Detroit was trying to. Trying to do at that point.
I can only go off rankings. We don't know what any of these players are going to be. Ranking wise, Lombard is about what they got. I think Lombard was like 20 something, and I think they got like 30 something. So I mean, it's relatively close. But going from like 30 something to the number 1 in the sport is a big jump. When the Dodgers have number 7, they didn't get him. Number 10, they didn't get him. So to say that, oh, you had to send a top 10 prospect, well, it's not true. Now, I'm not saying that the Dodgers didn't want that, but I don't know. I just think maybe they just didn't want the Brewers players. That also could be a thing.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I'm not just only blaming the Brewers because they didn't get them, but they should have tried. They should have done everything in their power, in my opinion. But even if you missed on Tyreek Skubal, it happens. You don't always get every player you want. Their alternate was Dustin May of the St. Louis Cardinals, which is just underwhelming to me. Who, again, is a rental, free agent at the end of the year. So, I just didn't like their deadline. They got him and JoJo Romero, and I don't think they got anyone else. Like, that was the only 2 players they got.
That was weird to me, too.
No one cares about that anymore. That in the division thing, no one cares anymore. It's about, because we're getting to the point where we're just going to have one American League and one National League, and it's just going to get, that's all we're going to have. You're going to take the top. We're going to get to that point because no one gives a shit about, hey, you can't trade with your rivals anymore. I mean, even Cubs and Cardinals will do it. Yankees and Red Sox are trading. It's just, it's a different way than what it used to be.
All right, we don't have to keep talking about this deadline, but yeah, those were some of my winners and losers.
Bryce, you said somebody lost. Who'd you say? I couldn't quite hear.
I thought the Yankees lost.
I don't even want to get into that. Oh, that's not even.
I agree.
Yeah, that's easily a yes.
It just didn't get brought up. Maybe it was a sore subject, so I should.
No,
I'll
tell you,
both the players they got. I'll give them that. Like I liked both of them, but they didn't. They did not address their true needs. And again, I don't blame them completely because once Adley was off the board, the Twins didn't sell anyone. All they did was buy. Ryan Jeffers was not available. And who was the third catcher? Liam Hicks, left-handed bat. And sure, would it be an upgrade over Austin Wells? Yes, I do agree. We didn't need another left-handed bat, so I don't blame them not going after that. They didn't have a lot of options after that, so I'm not.
I don't give a shit about the catching situation. Mine was the bullpen. Everybody can say we're number 1 bullpen. We just we struggle all the time.
Oh, I agree.
Our starting pitching is probably one of the better ones in baseball, and our bullpen is bad. And my question: we have so many top prospecting pitchers in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
That are blocked because we have so many guys under contract for the next 5 freaking years. Trade some of them away for a couple bullpen pieces. At least get something to help your team.
Yeah.
And we get the same answer every time. Asking price was too high. We just didn't feel like they were the right piece. I mean,
Yep.
Brian Cashman says, I think he just might as well just put on record because that's what he says every damn trade deadline.
Yeah,
And it
I
just
do
drives me
think.
nuts.
I know what the Yankees are going to do. They're going to do the same thing as the Dodgers have been doing the last couple of years. They're just going to turn all their starters into bullpens for the playoffs. Ryan Weathers, he will not start one game in the playoffs.
Oh, no, he won't. Yeah.
Will Warren will not start one game in the playoffs. And I don't
Well,
know.
they
if
brought
Carlos
they
Rodon's
brought Will
starting
Warren
one.
out of the bullpen right before the All-Star
Yeah.
break.
They're all going to move the bullpen. So it's going to be like your 2 or 3 guys you trust: Bednar, Cruz, Hedrick, and then starters. That's all it's going to be. So
I think
will it make the bullpen better than it is now? I do. Yeah, I do. Because some of those bullpen arms are just terrible. But
Well, the Cubs getting all these pitchers is we also have a ton of pitchers on the IL, so we're starters. So we're going to be getting Ben Brown back, possibly Justin Steele, Edward Cabrera, and Cade Horton. I'm not sure when they come back, but I don't think it's this season. Edward
I thought
Cabrera
Cade
could
Horton
be
had
back
Tommy John.
at the end of the season. Who?
I thought Cade Horton had Tommy John.
Yeah, he did. He won't be back this season.
He won't be back next
Edward
year.
Cabrera will be back.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
we're
Edward
getting,
Cabrera-
like, 4
Edwin
starters
Cabrera has
going.
always been hurt. That's the one that's
Yeah.
always hurt.
If he can live in the bullpen, he'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a
I
better
mean,
chance.
that's your best chance of keeping him healthy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cade-
to be
yeah,
fair,
Cade Horton won't play next year.
I don't know if you saw how he got injured, but it was literally him coming in first base and tore his hamstring. So
Oh, don't
But
worry.
I mean-
Giancarlo Stanton's missed the entire year because he ran 8 miles an hour around in second.
Yep.
Missed the whole year.
Oh, but he's coming back and he's our savior. We can't score a goddamn run, but yeah, we've got Stan come back who can't even open a ketchup bottle, and then a Judge who still fucking can't even do anything, run with a
Ketchup
broken
bottle.
back. So you know what? I want this. This is the prime example of the Yankees. We won't fire anybody. We'll just continue to be the same old. Hey, we're just gonna be average, not like we used to be. We don't develop anybody but pitching. We could somehow, maybe Lombard, but he's looking really good. But we'll fuck that up somehow. We'll probably send him back down here because Volpe will probably hit about 400 in AAA, and then we'll just send him back down because we got confident. Fuck. Nice. You got me all fucking pissed off at the fucking Yankees. Fucking just stupid.
Lombard came in, had a great game. After the game, Boone immediately starts talking about, he's probably going to rotate because Volpe's got to get his reps.
Well, Volpe got sent down.
Trade him away.
No, Volpe got sent down. So he'll play the in his days off. They'll probably Caballero, which I'd just let Lombard do it. I mean, I don't care. I think you learn. I think you did.
Lombard was going to get the run. I mean, he's going to
But
play.
my thing is, let these young guys just run because you learn more by playing. Let them make mistakes. It's build confidence in them. Even if they mess up, there's ways to build confidence. I mean, Derek Jeter had the most errors in his rookie season, and look what he turned out to be. Just let him play. Quit sending him up and down, up and down, up and down. Who gives a shit about that stuff?
Well, they let Volpe play for 4 years, so.
Hey, the Cubs need a shortstop. You can definitely. We can. We'll just sit. Hey, I will give him to you for. I don't know. Give me the Ivy in the outfield. You can fucking have
do not
Volpe.
I was talking to somebody today at work, and they were asking me what I think the Yankees will do about shortstop. George Lombard Jr., if he hits a 100 as a career average, will be there for the next 5 years because he looks like a platinum glove winner at short.
He's very agile. He's got range, and he's lanky. That's not Volpe. Volpe was a second baseman from the day he got called up. I said he was second baseman. He's just.
I said to my friend today, I don't care if George Lombard doesn't hit a lick of his entire career.
Oh yeah.
Anthony Volpe has played his last inning as a New York Yankee. He won't. I do not truly think he'll come back up the rest of the season. They'll just let him play in AAA to try to build a value. And in the offseason, when we start baseball again in 27 or 28, he won't.
You don't think that? So they moved him to second. He started the other night at second base. You don't. I could see a scenario. I'm not kidding. Just because I know how the fucking Yankees work. Jazz the free agent after this year, letting him go and bringing Volpe up to play second because that's how stupid. That's how stupid they fucking are. That's how stupid Cashman is. I could just see it.
No, I think Anthony Volpe has played his last inning for a Yankee.
I do. A lockout and I have to miss a year watching Pete Crow. It's gonna be.
Oh, I hate to break it to you.
It's gonna
I've
happen.
tried to do research on some of the stuff. There's not a chance in the world we play a game before the All-Star break next year. Zero.
None.
Now, sure.
I think
if it
early
takes that
August you'll see
long,
a shortened season, kind of like in 2020. That's where I'm seeing.
but it won't happen. They won't even start talking till like January or February. And then it'll be like, oh, we have a month. Oh, we didn't get it done. There's no chance. I personally think it'll be all year, but if it's like half a season, I could see that because once they start missing checks and missing games, that's when people are going to get on the clock. But there's too big of problems right now. They won't.
Too big
And
gap.
they don't have. And the problem is the owners don't have a good argument right now because all the small teams are doing good. So, like the Rays, the White Sox. Well, White Sox really aren't that small technically, but Cleveland, it's no good argument for them. But all right, to miscellaneous, Roy.
All right, so I got a couple questions for you guys. Let me see which one I want to do first. I know how much you love these, Josh. All right.
You're gonna ask me a damn logo shit, aren't
No,
you?
no logo this
Oh,
time.
thank God.
I am going to give you. You can only have 2 strikes total on this. Okay. In Major League Baseball, there are 6 Major League franchises that started in a city and have never left that city. What are the 6?
Six MLB franchises that have never moved.
I don't think it can. It has to be the newer team.
That's what I'm thinking. Tampa Bay
on.
Rays.
6 teams. Hold on, my internet went out.
Starlink. Yikes.
No, I think my phone.
Elon's moving the satellites again on you.
Probably. 6 MLB teams.
Josh, the Rays. You think
Okay.
I don't know because they
Nope.
were
So Rays is not one of them because the Rays
Okay,
have
well,
moved.
then we're
They're in
not-
They're in St. Petersburg. They went from Tampa to St. They have moved.
the same stadium they opened when they made it in 2000 or whatever.
That's what they're saying.
See
There's
that?
6 franchises that have never moved their city. You got to think about original ones.
All the original ones moved. See, to me, the Mets have never moved. See, are you saying never
Mets-
moved cities or
Cities. You're talking cities. The Mets have moved cities.
they're literally called the Metropolitan Mets?
Yeah, where they from? But they're in the Queens. Were they always in the Queens? You got to think about cities, boroughs, where they were in, where they started, and where they've been. Like I'll give you a hint: the Yankees are not one of them because they
I know
started
that.
in Washington.
I already knew the Yankees moved once. Have the Cubs ever moved, Rice?
because back when it was whatever in the 1800s.
I'll say the
Sure.
Cubs.
The Cubs is one of them. Yes, they were founded in 1876 and have not moved from Chicago.
I want to say like the Reds, but I feel like
Ooh, that might be a good one. Reds.
The Reds have not moved. Yes,
That's
they
a
were
good one.
founded in 1882 and have not moved from Cincinnati.
I have a theme. Cardinals.
The Cardinals is one of them. 1892, they were founded. They have not left St. Louis.
too, but I don't know if they're moving 200 feet to the east.
The Pirates.
The Pittsburgh Pirates were
Naming
founded
us
in 1887 and have not moved
what I'm
Pittsburgh.
doing is naming Central. I actually lean no, but I'm gonna say it just for the fact that with all of it.
I saw something on this. It's yes. They're not.
The Brewers have moved. They were not in Milwaukee. They were starting out with. They are not on the list.
They were founded in a town full of breweries.
No, you got to think. The Milwaukee's first team was the Braves.
Oh, he's right. I
And-
did know that.
and moved to Atlanta, and then another franchise moved into from wherever to the Brewers to Milwaukee.
What about Boston? What do you think, Josh? It's like the
I
oldest
mean, I
park.
feel like they've moved, but man, that's an old fucking stadium.
Don't think about stadiums because
I know, but still, trying to think. I think they've moved.
you have two more. Wait, one, two. You have three more. Think of same.
I think it's
Think-
the Dodgers.
Think Central. Not Central. Like think Midwest.
Cleveland. Indians. Guardians.
Nope. Cleveland is not one of them.
Where the fuck have they been? Bob
I'd have to
Feller
look
was
at that.
there in the
It sucks, but I just don't think there's.
I'll give you this one. The White Sox is one of them. The Chicago White Sox were founded in 1901. Have not left Chicago.
I don't think the White Sox is.
It's got to be in the central part of the United States after hearing all this.
One's Central, one's the East.
Yeah, I know it's not west.
Two.
Two.
We've missed a bunch of them.
Philadelphia.
I'll give you
Philly.
that one. Philadelphia
Philly.
Phillies, yes. They were
Yeah.
founded in 1883 in Philadelphia and have never left Philadelphia. One more. It's a centrally located team.
Royals. Yeah.
The Royals was not. The Royals
I
started
knew
somewhere
they had
else.
the what do you call it, league?
Kansas City used to be the Athletics. I thought. Or was that
Yeah,
Minnesota?
but I thought that was the athletics team that moved. Not. I thought once the Royals took over, they've always
No,
been
another franchise moved in from wherever to the Kansas City. That's the
Oh, I
Royals.
thought they just started.
Hmm.
Okay. It's got to be a centralized
Same division.
team. Guardians, White Sox, Detroit Tigers.
The Detroit Tigers were founded in 1901 in Detroit and have never left Detroit.
Yeah, I didn't think that one was right.
All right, so yeah,
That was hard. I mean,
that one's hard.
everything
All right, here.
Roy asked us is from 1901.
Hey, I gotta think of the old ones. All right,
Jesus Christ.
Before the 19.
so now listen.
Jesus
This one's gonna be
Lord.
tough for you guys. This is a geography question.
Hey, I have a geography minor, Roy. You know that?
All
So
right,
do
we'll see if you
I.
can how good you are. All right, name the 10 most northernmost teams in the Major League Baseball.
Okay, I can start.
You only get 2 misses.
2 misses. This is a fair answer. The number 1 is Toronto.
Toronto is not number 1; they're number 3.
Well, I mean, okay, well,
I would say.
Seattle's in there.
Seattle is number 1. It is the northernmost team.
Fun fact: did you know that there's more U.S. citizens that live farther north than Canadians?
Yes, because most of them live in just out next by Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit. Yeah,
That's fine.
Detroit. I don't know.
Yeah, from Toronto south is where 80% of the or not 80, like 70% of the people live.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Boston.
Boston is number 6.
Oh man, they're that low. Holy! I thought they'd be like 2 or 4. There's nothing north of Boston in that corner, so
I think Milwaukee.
well, New York is below Boston, so if Boston was 6, New York is either 7, 8, 9, or 10, or off.
Which one are you going with?
Milwaukee, I like.
Milwaukee is number 4. Milwaukee's number 4.
Okay.
Detroit.
Detroit's got to be on there then. Detroit.
Detroit is number 5.
Yeah, man, what is 2?
I think Cincinnati's.
Yeah, Cincinnati's way too low. Trying
No
to think
strikes
out what-
yet.
Seattle.
You got 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9 left.
What's
Or, sorry,
2? Why
2.
am I missing it?
2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I mean, Cleveland's probably higher on the list because they're at the very tip top of Ohio. But I'm trying to think east-wise what could be over there. You know, I don't hate the guess in New York's. You want to do the Yankees, Bryce? Yankees.
Yankees is number 10.
Wow. If I know my geography, the Queens is, oh man, I don't know. The Bronx is. I'm not going to say the Mets because I think the Queens is lower than the Bronx on a map. At least the map in New York it is. I know that. I don't know if that's north or south.
The map in New York, and you just turn it, and it's gonna be higher.
I don't know which way it is, but I know normally the map I look at it's south of it.
How far up is Philadelphia?
Philly. I'm thinking all those teams up there. I think Pittsburgh is more north than Philly, but it might be really close. I like the guess of Philadelphia. That's a good baseline. Philly.
Philly is not
got to be north of that.
on the top 10. One more strike. So you've got number 2 you still need.
I know. That's the one that's killing me.
And I can't believe you haven't guessed
Minnesota.
Minnesota's number 2.
I was trying to think up there west all the way to Detroit. What team am I missing? And that's what it was, Minnesota.
So you need 7, 8, and 9, and they're all pretty close together. I'll give you a hint on that one.
Josh, do you think Chicago's up there? Chicago,
I didn't think about Illinois.
Cubs, and let's go Cubs and White Sox. We'll just go Cubs first.
Cubs are north of Chicago, so I like the Cubs more than the White Sox. I'm trying to think.
Are you going with it?
They're above. I think that's above. Yeah, I actually don't mind that guess. Go Cubs.
Cubs is number 7.
White Sox is probably on there then.
The White Sox is number 8.
So what
So
do we
all
have
you need
left?
is number 9.
Oh, so we're below that. Man, my gut is telling me either Pittsburgh or the Mets.
There's no way. It would have to be the Mets.
I think you're missing one.
What do you mean we're missing one?
You talked about a team, but you never guessed them.
Probably Cleveland. That's the other one I'm debating.
Yeah.
Cleveland, man, but what are the Yankees?
They were 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I was like, if we're any lower, I like Cleveland more than I like the Mets. The one I'm between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Those are the two. My gut tells me Cleveland is higher. Cleveland.
Cleveland is. I should have never said anything. Cleveland's number 9. I should have let you go with
guessed the
Pittsburgh or the Mets.
We would have if we would have missed it, we'd have said Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean,
Cleveland,
Pittsburgh
so
is actually
on the map.
Pittsburgh is quite a bit farther south than Cleveland.
And Philly?
No, Philly's south of Pittsburgh. Philly
I was right then.
Philly is south of Pittsburgh. And the Queens is south of the Bronx. It is.
Yeah, I was right. I knew. I've always seen that map. I was thinking in my head because I was staying in Manhattan. Oh, the Queens is north, and I was. Oh wait, the Bronx is even more north.
Yep. What'd you say, Bronx? Or Bryce? Well, it depends on where you're going. I mean, LaGuardia is right by Met Stadium.
Yeah, that's where we always fly in.
JFK, you wouldn't saw either one of them.
I've only ever flown into LaGuardia. That was fun. I like
There's
that.
my
I like
questions. I thought I was just seeing how good at geography you guys were.
I got a minor in
All
it.
three of the same.
Yep.
Huh?
Look at that.
I love it. When I saw that, I had to ask. So.
Okay. Bryce, you got anything? Okay. Next week we will do NFL divisions. Haven't decided on which two yet. We'll throw them in. We'll probably do. Would you guys rather go 2 divisions on the NFC, or would you rather do like a
do
AFC
1-on-1
North, NFC North, and then do the
do that?
North.
Do one AFC, one NFC.
Okay. Yep, we'll do it that way. So we'll East or West, pick one. No, let's do West. Cowboys or East. I don't want to start with my division. Let's do East.
Let's
or
do
West.
East. Let's do East. So just to start with the Cowboys.
No, West should go first. Super Bowl champs came from the NFC West.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we'll do the NFC and the AFC West next week.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have guests with teams or their team.
If someone's got a guest for a team, bring them on.
I have a huge Seahawks fan.
Oh. I also have a Seahawks fan who's going to a Seahawks game with me this year. Yeah. It will be in attendance. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace. Don't leave yet, Roy.
All right.